A very good morning to all of you. So we were discussing about the acid-base theories. The first theory is Arrhenius acid-base theory. Okay. So according to Arrhenius, acids are those which can easily give H positive ions, or they must have H positive ions. Okay. So and bases are those which can give OH negative ion, and they must have OH negative ion first. Okay. So the first criteria is they must have OH negative ion. Then it will call as a base. Okay. So there are some limitations of Arrhenius theory. The first limitation is acids. In acids, the H positive will exist as a hydronium ion. Okay, according to Arrhenius, that acids give H positive ion in the aqueous solution, but this H positive can easily react with a large number of H2O, a large number of water molecule to form complex compounds. Okay, but we have taken the standard form as H3O positive as the standard form. Similarly, there are some species which can also act as acid, but they don't have any H positive ion. Okay, for example, CO2. CO2 is carbon dioxide. It will act as an acidic, okay, oxide, but it doesn't have any H positive ion. Similarly, there are a large number of bases. For example, ammonia, NH3. It doesn't have any OH negative ion, but it will act as an base. Okay, so these are the major two limitations of Arrhenius theory, and there are some reactions also in which there is no need of water. Okay, so the major condition for Arrhenius is that all the acid base reaction takes place in the presence of aqueous solution, in the presence of water. But there are some reactions that don't need any presence of water. Okay, for example, the reaction of HCl with ammonia to form NH4OH. It doesn't require any water. Okay, so let us then we will move on to let's move on to the next theory, that is Bronsted-Lowry theory. Okay, so according to Bronsted-Lowry theory, acids are those which can easily give H positive ion. Okay, and there is no condition of aqueous medium. Okay, similarly bases are those which can easily accept proton. Okay, so this theory is very important. Acids क्या होते हैं? Proton donor, and bases are those, bases क्या होते हैं? Proton acceptor. Okay, so acids are those which can easily donate proton, and bases are those which can easily accept proton. Okay, for example, if we talk about water can easily react with HCl to form H3O positive plus Cl negative. Now here water can easily accept H positive from HCl, okay, and will act as a base. Here HCl will act as an acid, and this reaction can also takes place in the reversible direction, that H3O positive can easily react with Cl negative to form these products. So H3O positive give H positive ion, so it will act as an acid. Okay, they are acid base pair. ठीक है. Similarly, Cl negative is accepting H positive from H3O positive. Okay, so it will act as a base. Okay, they will form a base pairs. They are known as acid base pairs. Okay, like H2O and H3O positive. It is an acid base pair. Okay, so we can easily say that conjugate an acid is gives conjugate base plus H positive. Okay. Okay, if I am asking you that what is the conjugate acid of OH negative, simply add H positive. Okay, simply add H positive and we will get H2O as the conjugate base. Okay, conjugate acid, sorry. Okay, similarly, I am asking you what is the conjugate base for CH3COH, simply subtract H positive. So if we subtract H positive from it, we will get CH3CO negative. It is the conjugate base for CH3COH. So in order to find the conjugate base of an acid, just subtract H positive, and if you want to find the conjugate acid and if base is given to you, then just add H positive. As simple as that. Okay. Now water will also act as an acid. Okay. Here water will act as a base. Why? Because इसके सामने जो species है वो इससे ज़्यादा strong है. Okay, the acidic strength of HCl is more, but if we take water with ammonia, then water will act as an acid because the acidic strength of water is more. It will donate its H positive to ammonia. Okay, so here water will act as an acid, ammonia will act as a base, and the conjugate acid is this and the conjugate base is this. Okay, now water can act as both acid and bases, and these species are known as amphiprotic species. Okay, amphiprotic. Okay, so you have to write in your notes that what are amphiprotic species. Okay, amphiprotic species are those, or amphiprotic substances, or you can say amphiprotic solutions are those which can act as acid and base both. Okay, which can easily accept proton or gain proton. Okay, these are those species which can easily accept and gain donate proton. Amphiprotic. Okay, amphiprotics. Similarly, water will act as a acid and base. Okay, now how to check whether a particular acid is strong or weak? So we have a criteria in order to check whether a particular acid is strong or weak in comparison to some other acid. Okay, how we can compare with the help of Bronsted-Lowry theory. So firstly, I want to write a statement over here. ठीक है, एक स्टेटमेंट लिखूंगा मैं. The statement is that a stronger acid always have a weak conjugate base. What does it mean? Okay, and this is a very important statement. Okay, a stronger acid always have a weak conjugate base. Okay, weak and stable conjugate base. ठीक है, थोड़ा और ऐड कर लेते हैं. Stable conjugate base. Okay, now what does it mean? For example, if we have a acid, it can easily give H positive and A negative. Okay, this is acid, this is its conjugate base. Okay, this is its conjugate base. Now how can we predict whether this acid is strong? Okay, or whether its base is strong or weak. Okay, so now if it is a strong acid, okay, the definition से चलते हैं हम. ठीक है, so the definition is proton donors are acids. Okay, if they donate their proton easily, then they will act as a strong acid. Okay, अगर वो H positive and easily दे दे, then they will be strong acid. Okay, so if it gives is H positive easily, then the formation of H positive and A negative will takes place. Okay, now the formation of H positive and A negative will takes place. It means that this reaction can be easily favorable. Okay, this reaction is easily favorable, and A negative, the formation of A negative is favorable. Okay, the formation of A negative is favorable and it will be stable. Okay, the formation of A negative will be stable. Okay, now if the I am also saying that it is a weak base. Okay, it is a weak base. Why it is a weak base? If it is strong, then it can easily react with H positive to give HA again. ठीक है, एक strong base क्या होगा? Which can easily accept proton. We have already discussed the definition of base. Base क्या होता है? जो H positive and easily ले. Okay, so if it is a strong base, then it can easily accept H positive and the backward reaction will takes place और HA बन जाएगा. ठीक है, तो दोनों में से कोई एक ही strong हो सकता है. ठीक है, if the acid is strong, then its conjugate base must be weak. Okay, must be weak as well as stable. Okay, so we can easily compare the acidic character of two acids. Like here, I also have a acid, that is HB, and we have to check whether this acid is strong or this acid is strong. So we can easily predict. Okay, how can we predict? Just remove their H positive and make the conjugate base and check the stability of the conjugate base. Okay, if HB is more strong, then its conjugate base will be more stable than that of A negative. Okay, so just क्या करो, H positive remove करके conjugate base बनाओ and check the stability of the conjugate base. Okay, so we have to check the stability of the conjugate base, and it is quite simple. Okay, so there are two criteria. The first is if we go from top to bottom. Okay, if we go from top to bottom, then the stability increases. Okay, if we go from top to bottom, the stability increases. Okay, and similarly the acidic strength will also increase. Okay, and if we go from left to right, the stability also increases, the conjugate base stability, and the okay, wait a minute, and it will act as a stronger acid. Okay, for example, if we take HF, HCl, HBr and HL. Okay, just remove their H positive. Okay, if we remove their H positive, we will get F negative, Cl negative, Br negative and I negative. Now as we go from top to bottom, atomic size increases or the volume increases. Okay, so there is a term known as valence charge density. Valence charge density, VCD बोलते हैं इसे. Okay, and stability is inversely proportional to VCD. Now what is VCD? VCD is charge upon by volume. If volume is more, then VCD will be less, and if VCD is less, the stability will be more. Okay, so stability जो है is inversely proportional to VCD. Okay, and is directly proportional to volume. जितना ज़्यादा volume होगा. So as we go from top to bottom, I negative क्या होगा? I negative का वॉल्यूम सबसे ज्यादा है. अगर इसका वॉल्यूम सबसे ज्यादा, इसकी VCD सबसे कम और इसकी स्टेबिलिटी सबसे ज्यादा. Similarly, if I negative is more stable, then its conjugate acid is more strong. Okay, I negative अगर सबसे ज्यादा stable है, then its conjugate acid is more strong. Okay, so this is the trend when we go down a group. Okay, now if we go from left to right. Okay, so I am taking this example: CH3 negative, NH2 negative, OH negative and F negative. Now in this case, the factor of VCD is not applied because they all have, as we go from left to right, there is a very small change in the volume. Okay, but there is a big change in electronegativity. Okay, there is big change in electronegativity. Okay, so now as we go from left to right, okay, as we go from left to right, the we can say that the electronegativity increases. Okay, so if the electronegativity increases, they cannot give their electrons. Okay, so the stability will decrease. Okay, the stability will decrease. So in this case, their conjugate acids are CH4 and HF. Okay, and HF. So now in this case, the acidic strength will be like this. Again, okay, this is the main trend. Is it clear or not? Okay, because here this is the more stable conjugate base. Okay, so this is all about the Bronsted-Lowry theory, but there are some limitations of Bronsted-Lowry theory also. It will not able to explain the acidic character of CO2. In CO2 there is no H positive. How can it will donate its proton? Okay, H positive है ही नहीं है तो कैसे donate करेगा? Okay, but this theory is very important because it is applicable to ionic species also. It can easily applicable to ionic species like CO3 negative. Okay, we can easily check its conjugate base. CO3 negative can easily accept one H positive to give HCO3 negative. Okay, similarly HCO3 negative again gains 1H positive to give carbonic acid H2CO3. Okay, so in this way it can easily act as it can easily used in case of ionic species. Now the third theory is Lewis acid base theory. Lewis acid base theory. Okay, now this theory is very important because it is applicable in inorganic compounds mostly. Mostly it is applicable in inorganic compounds. Like according to this theory, acids are electron acceptors. And bases are electron donors. Electron donors. Okay, for example, bases का अगर हम example है NH3, there are lone pair of electrons present over N, so it can easily donate its lone pair to any electron deficient species. Okay, acids are electron acceptors. For example, we have BF3, AlCl3. They all are electron deficient. सभी के पास 6 electrons है. So in order to complete its octet, they can easily accept 2 electrons. Okay. So this theory can easily cover the limitations of Bronsted-Lowry as well as the Arrhenius theory. Okay, it will easily cover all the limitations. Okay, so there is a coordinate bond formation takes place. For example, NH3 can easily donate its electron to BF3 and form a coordinate bond. Okay, तो coordinate bond की formation होती है between the Lewis acid and the Lewis base. Okay, so Lewis acid क्या होता है, electron accept करता है, but this theory is not applicable in case of strong acids like we have HCl. Okay, HCl H2SO4. Now if they are Lewis acids, then they can easily accept lone pair of electrons, but they will not accept lone pair of electrons. Similarly HCl भी नहीं करता lone pair of electron accept. Okay, so that is why this theory is applicable only in case of inorganic species, mostly inorganic. H2SO4 is also inorganic, but in some cases. Okay, like we have CO2 and we have BF3, AlCl3. Okay, so ये theory सिर्फ वहीं पे लगती है जहाँ पे हमारे पास electron deficient species है. Okay, so these are the some limitations of Lewis acid base theory. Okay, so this is all about the theories. Okay, all about the theories. The first one is Arrhenius acid base theory. Okay, according to this, H positive donors are the acids. Okay, and OH negative donors are the bases. Okay, and they must have H positive and OH negative ion respectively. And similarly, on the other hand, in case of Bronsted-Lowry theory, acids are those which can easily donate their protons, and bases are those which can easily accept the proton. And according to the Lewis acid base theory, OH electron acceptors are acids and electron donors are bases. Okay, so we can easily predict the you can say the how strong an acid is. We can easily predict by looking at the Ka value. Okay, the Ka value, the acidic dissociation constant. Higher the Ka value, more will be the acidic strength. And we have already derived a formula of degree of dissociation. So alpha 1 of any one acid upon alpha 2 is equal to root of Ka1 upon Ka2. Okay, alpha 1 and alpha 2 are the degree of dissociation. Okay, alpha 1 and alpha are the degree of dissociation. Okay, so this is all about the acid base theory. In the next class we will discuss about a new term, that is Kw. Okay, Kw is ionic product constant. Okay, because water is also an weak electrolyte, तो वो भी अपना क्या बनाएगा, equilibrium maintain करेगा. Okay, water can also maintain its equilibrium with another molecule of water to form its conjugate acid and conjugate base. Okay, तो वहाँ पे भी हम पढ़ेंगे फिर एक new factor, that is Kw. We have already discussed Ka. Similarly we have Kb for base. Okay, Kb for a base. So Kb भी हमारे पास यूज होता है ऐसे ही. Alpha is also equal to root of Kb upon my C. Okay, where C is the concentration. Now if we want to make the weaker electrolyte as strong, okay, we all know we want to make alpha greater. If we want to make alpha, the value of alpha high, then we have to decrease the value of C. So when we decrease the value of C, it means we are decreasing the concentration. So concentration can be decreased by diluting the solution. Okay, so if we dilute the solution, then the value of C will decrease and the value of alpha will increase. Okay, so it is a statement given by Ostwald that at infinite dilution, where the dilution is very high or the concentration is very low, okay, then the weak electrolyte will also act as a strong electrolyte. Okay, so this is all about the acid base theory. Okay, I hope you found this lecture very helpful, and thank you so much for watching the lecture.